Nights I drift past slow, all scars telling where I've flown. Power plant shaking, engines moan. This rusted throne is all I own.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Let's go ahead and get the game started up here. And we're gonna not really gonna be much today. Just doing some more Guardian. Excuse me. Just gotta be doing some Guardian weapon module farming. And talking a little bit. My God, last 2 days. Last 3 days. My God. Just a whole bunch of shit. I know I was on with Mama Akko Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. I was on Mama Akko's channel Saturday. With a couple other people. We talked a little bit about the shit document that Saturn put out on 9s for the retards. Shocker, it was no good. It was shit. Alright, good. Alright, that's walking. Alright, let's go ahead and get swapped over here. There we go. Yeah, Shocker, it was no good. It was shit. It sucked. A lot of contradictions in it. A lot of twisting shit out of context. There's some things that were spot on. But there are also things that were pointed out now and not back when it happened. Well, you know, when they were okay with doing that to other people. But now, so much, it's not really kosher. But, yeah, there's just been a lot of funny things that's happened. One funny thing that's happened, I had some absolute fucking retard bug out on me last night. Somebody actually had on the channel once before, talking about, whenever he got called a groomer by Shondo. Just laughing out loud right now, and I could say this because I'll contradict what I said on Twitter. But I'm almost inclined to fucking believe them. But, let's not go that far because that's a serious allegation. But, it's like, look. The only thing I can say is if you're giving shit information to people, don't run with it, especially whenever the information that the people are talking about or say they got it from is wrong. Don't fucking run with it. You make yourself look like a fucking retard. And then crashing out about it for about 12 hours after I told you to go fuck off and block you does not make you look any better. Especially when you want to say, oh, keep my name out of your mouth. It's like, buddy, I didn't. I didn't go to your post. I didn't go to your Twitter. I didn't bother you. You came to my post. You said some dumb shit. I corrected you, and you ego tripped and melted down. It's like, let's get that straight right now. And yes, for anyone who wants to know, I am talking about Floki. Want to know, you go to my Twitter, you can look at the posts from last night, basically talking about the whole deal. It was a retarded mess, it's stupid, it's dumb. And it's in the past now. But besides from that, we had Invented. We've talked about Invented a little bit before on the channel. And old Invented got doxxed on the forums. Again, this is one of the reasons why I say it's never a good idea to fuck around the forums. And also, it's never really a good idea to fuck around with forums cows and make them look like victims. Because they get real pissed at that point because you're touching their cows. Granted being that's the VTubers, but It's just how the forums rolls. I don't know how to tell people anything else on that one. It's like, you just don't fuck with them. And Invented has been known to do a lot of spooky shit, like, you know, doxing people, threatening people, trying to go and do cancellations, you know, befriends a lot of wretched, fucking, terrible people that want to groom children and all that good shit. And, oh! Ava, what is up? We're talking a little bit of the stuff that's been happening last week or so. I appreciate the raid. Really appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Maybe one of these days I can get Ava back into Elite Dangerous, and we can actually play some games together. It's a possibility. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. But hey, thank you for the raid. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of a slow stream. I'm just doing some Guardian Ruins farming for Elite Dangerous. Let's go ahead and use the SRV for now. But yes, back what I was talking about, Invented. Invented is an individual that's been known to harass a bunch of people, VTubers, all that good stuff. Apparently he got doxxed today, and oh my god, the net has been ablaze with a lot of stuff that has been uncovered on him. I'm not gonna go into what's been found. I'm not gonna show anything on it. I'm not gonna go give names because that's not kosher to do. But what I will say, what has been uncovered really connects a lot of dots to a lot of people. It's been targeting certain corporations, certain VTubers, certain ideologies trying to be pushed on different platforms like Twitch and Twitter and stuff like that. It's real interesting on how far that whole cookie kind of crumbles on the whole deal. It's just been fun. Been a fun shit show to watch. And also, for anyone who's watching, oop, there we go. There we go. Hi, Sparky. Hey, what's up? Do not ask me to pronounce your name. I'm gonna fuck it up if I do.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Alright, there we go. Wreckage components. I'm almost done with those. Yep, I've got those two done. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Vented. Yeah, what's been found has been really interesting. Like I said, I'm not gonna show a lot of stuff because it is a dox. I kind of hate the fact that it had to come down to kind of this happening. But at the same time, I mean, the man done the same thing to other people, so I'm not really sympathetic towards him, especially about the levels of harassment that he's caused others, like Kush and a couple other people. Kush antis are always without a fail the nicest people in existence. Oh, I've just been having fun watching. So my whole dream within the whole deal was one of these days, Medico was going to discover Bent and talk about him. My dream kind of came true. Bent got discovered by Jim, and I think the craziest thing out of the whole deal came is him writing My Little Pony and Sonic fan fiction, and having a love for wanting to do the deed with horses. Yes, we do have the VTuber equivalent of Vosh now. That's been confirmed. It's it's real funny. Yep, oh, I had that one. Okay, that's good. Move on to the next point. Always the Sonic fans, especially Tim. I'm not gonna say anything on that one. Damn it, said it before you could. Well, you're not fast enough. I'm sorry. You need to type a little bit faster in chat then. Oh, there he is. Where's he at? Oh, he's on the other side. Okay. Hey, get away.
Target destroyed.
Did he not have any goodies on him? Oh. My bad, I was zoomed out. There we go. There we go. Guardian wreckage. I think the craziest thing out of the whole thing is Kush discovering my posts about Ben. I post a little bit in the Discord, but yeah, Kush found my post about Bent and Medica, and has liked a couple of them. So I was like, oh no, the fox who's discovered me. Which, I mean, cool. I guarantee if she knew my actual opinion about different things, she probably wouldn't have done that. But hey, it is what it is. Ooh.
Handbrake is on.
What is that? That is... Yep, I'm pulled up on that one. Anyways, going back to Temp. I don't know about Temp. On that note, it's like, yeah, I guess I could see it, but that's a little bit of a stain to put on him for no reason. I like Temp, so. Yeah. No, funny thing, about that whole deal I was talking about earlier, with the Spug who spoke out on me on Twitter. Trello started chiming in and commenting on stuff on my post too. Basically just confirming what I was saying, that what was being said was just like utter bullshit from the person. And I Charlie got called my lapdog, which I thought was absolutely funny. And it's like, okay, no way in hell Charlie was my lapdog, but okay. He's like, tell me you don't know about a situation without telling me you don't know about a situation. That's like pretty spot on that you don't know what you're talking about. Oh. It just casts the unnecessary aspirations on our dog because it's funny. Oh no, I get it. I get it. Well, it's like I got called Akko's lapdog also. I got called Akko's attack dog today, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And it's like, if that's what you think, you have no idea what mine and Akko's relationship is then. Because I have usually told him to fuck off at times whenever he tries to tell me to like tone it down or cool it down on Twitter. Oh, because I don't like being told what to do. So it's like the fact just saying this right now tells me you are talking out of your ass and you have no idea what you're talking about. Which, don't get me wrong, I like Akko. And I would do what I need to do to help them out if something ever happened. But it's like, you gotta understand, I am not controlled by anyone. It's like, I don't know how else to say that to people. Yeah, Sparky, that's the thing. Sparky's way. Yeah. Alright. So, low down. Truth be honest. And I know you came from Ava's chat. You can even ask Ava this. And I believe Ava would fully 100% agree with me on this one. I am crass. I am an asshole. I am unapologetic. I have a mouth. I like to fight with people. If I believe I'm right, I will stick by my guns till the bitter end on I'm right, and if you want to prove me wrong, you better prove me wrong. And I have no qualms in telling you to go fuck yourself. I think that is a pretty spot on explanation about myself. And no one's going to tell me what to do. Now, I have caveats to those. I will be like that on my own streams. I will be like that on my own Twitter. That's a lot of words for a wrench. Thank you. But, I will only be like that on my own Twitter. I will only be like that on my own Discord. I will only be like that on my own streams. Now, whenever I'm, like, streaming with someone else, on someone else's stream, or I'm in someone else's chat, or I'm in someone else's Discord, 100%, I will always play by the rules of that person's domain. Because that's only fair and right. Because you don't go to someone's house and take a shit in the middle of the rug for no fucking apparent reason. So, that's just the way I am. Alright, let's look. The fact that you're saying that about me proves you don't know me type of movement. Pretty much. Besides, you can't stay sane and voice at that. Sane and voice at. I think he meant chat, but besides, you can't stay sane and voice chat that many Google Docs, anyways. Truth. Truth. So many freaking Google Docs, it makes someone's head spin. Anyways, I'm a piss poor streamer. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I don't have a topic. I'm just playing a game. I do like to try to keep chat entertained. I do like to talk. So if you have questions or you want to say something, go right ahead and chat and say something. I'm pretty no holds barred. I don't shy away from stuff. So, if you have a topic or a question you want to talk about, go ahead and let me know. On that note, I'll go ahead and ask this to you guys. I didn't get a chance to catch Ava's stream. What were you guys talking about? I know she was going through, I believe, a legal case. But I don't know what exactly. Besides, yeah, I don't know why I was repeating that. More power cells. Alright. There's this obelisk. I bet whenever Ava's playing this, she wasn't here at this place. Alright, that's on the obelisks. Now, I need to go to this last tower. And then I can start charging the pylons up. And you can see what a Guardian run looks like. Because right now I'm just dilly-dallying with collecting the items around the structures. So for those who don't know, this game is called Elite Dangerous. This is a space flight game. Where I'm at is called a Guardian Ruin site. Now I can go into a whole bunch of lore about the game, but I'm gonna keep it till there. So there was a group of aliens in this game called the Guardians. They were wiped out by another group of aliens called Thargoids. Well, the Thargoids are still around, the Guardians aren't. The Guardians are more of a advanced race than what we are. And they had technology that was fighting the Thargoids. Now, Thargoids outsmarted them. The Guardians made AI. And for whatever reason, it's not explained, it's not known, but the Guardians got wiped out by their own AI, most likely because the Thargoids found a way to take control of it. So, what we have left is just the ruins of this old ancient civilization. Well, along with that, whenever the Thargoids attacked humanity, and these Guardian ruins were found, alright, there we go. These Guardian ruins were found. It was discovered that the materials and the technology here can be used to build weapons and more advanced weapons to like fight against the Thargoid. So I'm basically just going around collecting all the stuff in this place. That's what you see me collecting, like data. You need data, you need materials, you need a couple other things like that. Oh, which one of these was it? I think it was this one. No, it's not that one. Probably this one over here. Anyways, I need this stuff to make differing modules. And right now, this is called the weapon module site. Oop, there it is. Show the tech ahead now. Anyways, this is called the Guardian weapon module site. There's a couple different ones, but this is the one I like to go to. So I'm going around collecting all the items and stuff that's in this place, but the main objective here is to collect what's called a Guardian weapon module blueprint, which is here in this thing. And what this is it's a puzzle. So within this puzzle, I've got to charge up all these little pylons. Once all these little pylons are charged up, I run back over here and I drop off what's called a relic in this place. This little thing right here pops up, and I scan it, and when I scan it, I get a weapon module blueprint. Well, I'm also being shot at by Guardian Sentinels that come up within this place. It's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward, it's not difficult. It used to be a lot more difficult way back in the day, according to what one of my colleagues, Lynn, has told me. But it's not so difficult anymore. And as soon as I scan this, we're gonna go ahead and do this run. So I like to do this run in a couple different ways. So first things first, I will charge up these two pylons first. And once I start charging them, a timer will count down. So I got 6 minutes to get to another pylon, and then the counter resets and increases up to more time. You can basically get this done within just like 2 minutes. But it's also set up to where, you know, if you're here for the first time, you don't know what you're doing. You got some time. Yeah, I've done this so many times here, I remember the layout of this place. So I know where all the damn little items are to collect. I know where all the pylons are. I know where all the sentinels come out of. So, I mean, you can kind of call it cheating. But this is the only way you can get this stuff within game. Yeah, this is like the only way you can get this stuff in game. So, it's not my fault that I remember where a lot of this stuff is. Alright, so we got 2 more pylons. Okay, we got 1 more pylon. And it's this one right here. I usually get that one last. But I'll show you what's going on right now. As you see, these things are coming up on this little deal. I've got 1 more left. That 1 is correspondent to this last pylon. Now, as soon as I open this up, I'm gonna have a couple sentinels come out. Alright, so we got 1 behind me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this, take care of this guy. Uh-oh, I hit my cargo jet.
Target destroyed.
Hang on. Guardian relic. Okay, I need that. I accidentally hit the eject button. Didn't mean to. Guardian Sentinel weapon. Alright, got him. I think there's 1 more. If there's not 1 more, then another one will show up once I put the, if I remember right, it's another one will show up once I put the relic down. Yeah, 1 shows up. Once I put the relic down, I think 2 more will show up. So we go here to this little cross rock belt, and then eject the relic, and that activates the temple. The temple activated, a little spell will come up. I'm gonna give it a minute so I can target lock onto it. Little scroll comes up, I can target lock, and then I scan it. And that will come up in the top right hand corner that I have a weapon module schematic. Guardian weapon blueprint fragment. And that's basically all there is. And then with that, yes, right on cue, I've got 2 more sentinels that have showed up.
Target destroyed.
He should be firing missiles pretty soon.
Under attack.
My point defense is still get him if he does. Oh, come on. Ah, where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? Yeah. And my ship's got point defenses on it. So whenever those missiles fire, those point defenses will shoot the missiles down. So you always want to park your ship close by anyways. So it can do that. Guardian wreckage. there you go. Yep, right there. I want that. Alright, I think there's a couple more things I need to get. There's a couple more destructible panels. I don't have an accurate map of this place. And there are so many hidden panels that I forget every now and then where they're all at. I have that one. That one's filled up. Okay, that one's good. I feel like I got you. And yep, I got you. Ah, there we go. Now, my luck, this thing's gotta go flying, so... It didn't. Cool. These technology components are real hard to find. Okay, and that's basically it for the most part. Now, the most exciting thing of all time, chat. Guess what that is? Most exciting thing of all time. Any guesses? We board back on the ship, we do a relog, and then we do it all again. Doesn't that sound fun?
Cargo scoop retracted.
Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one more round of this. So, like I said, you can only do this run time, and then you gotta do your relog. So out of this, you can get a multitude of like power conduits, technology components, wreckage components, center weapons, a couple other things, obelisk data, epsilon, beta, alpha, delta, gamma, blah 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 blah. You can get a number of those doing this each time. However, you can only get one schematic fragment per run, because you can only activate the deal one time per one run. Anyways, we'll do this one more time. And then we're gonna call it a night. And I'm probably gonna hand you off to. I might raid you in over to Kendra's channel. So, we still got about 20-30 minutes of doing this.
Low gravity warning.
But, that's pretty much the plan. Yeah, I'm also sorry, guys, that's not more exciting than this. I'm about 1,100 light years away from my ship, and there's no CG going on, and I've got all my power play stuff done. And I just kind of don't feel like really starting any big adventures or plans right now, because I'm kind of waiting for a CG. So it's like, screw it, we'll just do some farming. However, I gotta say, this farming is a lot better than like data farming. Data farming's just, yeah, not fun. It's
Handbrake is on.
shit.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I am so glad. Alright, so here's what happens. If I don't have my cargo scope, so, alright. One of the barriers about this game, especially doing SRV stuff. So, you have to manually collect stuff. And so, in order to collect it, I have to have my cargo hatch down, and I have to have the item selected. If I don't have those two things done, if I drive over it, the item blows up. So, it's a tedious process doing this stuff. And sometimes I'll forget. Ooh, and that thing went flying. Where'd it go? Alright, for some fact I'm not seeing it. Oop. There it is.
Handbrake is on.
Ah, fiddlesticks. Oh, good thing I don't need it anyways, so it can just stay stuck up there. Oh. I need a Dukes of Hazzard horn. Alright, where you at? Or was that the obelisk coming up? I think that was the obelisk coming up. Yep, that was the obelisk. Where's the sentinel at? There it is.
Under attack.
Hey, ugly. Can you not get up in my space, please?
Target destroyed.
Okay, that was fun. Where did all the items shit go? Don't tell me because he blew up on me, they disappeared. That sucks.
Handbrake is on.
Got the relic. So we got one of the key items needed for activating the bill. So let's go ahead. Oop. Come on. Alright, there we go. Got my pip set back up the way I want. Alright, those two pylons are raised up.
Handbrake is on. Handbrake is on.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Why are you rolling? Ah! Lyndeb! What's up?
Under attack.
Lyndeb, my trusted counterpart in playing Elite at times. Alright, where are you guys? There you are. There you are.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I seen they didn't have a CG this week. That sucks. On this run, they're dropping a lot of Sentinel weapons. Nah, I got you. Alright, let's go ahead and get some of these other pylons raised up and get some of these items in the middle.
Handbrake is on.
Yep. No. Not you. Which one was it? Is it you? Nope, there it is. Am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk. Am I on some medicine for being sick? Yes, I am. But am I drunk? No, I am not drunk. I have learned my lessons long ago about not drinking on stream. Even though I do know some of the chatters and some of the chatters watching right now probably would laugh at it. Fuck you. Lynn, you gotta remember, I haven't really used the SRV all that much for these new controls. It is a learning experience to relearn them. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. I hate it when those things fly out. There we go. Got it. Hell, I hit crap too. Well, it's just getting used to the new joysticks. I'm like still. So using the new joysticks in flying, I've got that down path now. That's pretty easy. Using SRV in these sticks, I think this is only my third run doing this. No, it's just rough terrain. Yeah. Oh, shit. As like I said earlier, I was jumping through one of these. I Dukes of Hazzard off of one of these structures here with the thrusters. Alright, that pylon's up. If I remember right, I have a destructible panel up here. Yep. Yep, I have that. That pylon's up. Alright, none of those activate, so I've got all those. I have a couple more things. I have this pylon to raise up. And I have this tower. Alright, Lynn, I can't think of it right now. What are these tilted towers called again? I don't remember. Are they just called towers? Woohoo! I am just blah out with a headache. Okay. I need pips and weapons. Not weapons, engines. I don't think we ever had a name for them except for the 45 angle beam. Okay. I just call them towers. Because we have the relics, we have the pylons, and then we have the towers You know, the pylons is what you shoot to charge up the thing. The relics, well, that's the things you get to put in the thing. And then you have these things with the 3 destructible panels. I just call them towers. Got it!
Handbrake is on.
Oh yeah. Love it when I find those things. Those things are hard to find. There should be 3 of them right in here. There's 1. There's 2. I got all my weeklies done except for commit crimes. I attempted to do it with shooting rival power members. And the issue is the max amount of bounties I could get on myself was 5,000. There's no way in hell I'm going to do 200,000 5,000 times at a pop. No, I'm not doing it. 1, that would take forever. And 2, I just don't want trouble with it. Now, that is the way to do it, by shooting rival powers up in the system, because you get the bounty, and you don't get notoriety. That's one thing I do like about it. You can do the commit crimes one, because it will get you the bounty, but it won't give you the notoriety. So there's that. But the problem is, like I said, 5,000 a pop. I mean, unless you just want to sit there and grind for God knows how long, which I know there's pilots that would do that. Yeah, no, I have better things to do. Like this. Getting my Guardian stuff filled up. I have that one. You do realize these obelisk patterns, you pick up the coordinating items, and it's supposed to tell you the story. Yeah, because it gives you civilization data, right? Where do I go find that? Is that in the codex? Where would that be at? Because I know it gives me the alpha, beta, delta, epsilon pattern buffs. Let's see, alpha, beta, delta, Epsilon. I'm missing one. Alpha, Beta, Delta, Epsilon. It's not Trolley. I know it's not Trolley. Fuck, I don't remember. I could look it up on my material manager, but I don't want to pull it up right now. I know there's 5 of them. And I know when you scan the obelisks, it gives you one of those patterns for your encoded mats. Gamma. Yeah, Gamma. Yes. Alpha, Beta, Delta, Epsilon, Gamma. Yeah, I know it gives you those for your mats. And then you download ancient civilization data. But it's not like it's like whenever you scan the stuff at like Jameson crash site, you know, it usually gives you an email, and then you can go through and read through Jameson's logs. This stuff doesn't give you an email, so I don't know where you go in the menu to go find that stuff. Otherwise, I would totally 100% go look at it. Of course, you just gotta type in Reddit. Well, okay, so it's like this too. It's like right here. I know people are being like, have gone nuts over this right here. It's like, because we look right there, you know, it gives you symbols. Which I know people have tried to like look for stuff on those symbols. You know. You pick up a tablet or a casket or what it calls for. Huh? That is yeah, I know. That's different. Oh. Oh. That is new. Symbols of the 45? It is new? Okay. Well, I don't know. Never seen them before? Well, cool. Hey, I found something in game that you haven't seen before. Nina. But yeah, it's like, yeah, they have those there. It's like, you know, that top one, you got two big triangles, 2 small triangles on the side, 1 little sliver in it, and then you have that one, which is 2. You have that one, which is, you know, triangle, you know, they have that stuff in it. Okay, so timeout. So get in front of it. Never seen it. No, I ain't. Okay, hang on. Alright. For me. from I don't know. Looks like 2 orbs. Back up a little bit. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's ancient orbs from what it looks like. Let me take a look at another one real quick. Where's the other one at? That one. Ancient relic. Okay. I can do that real quick. So, ancient orb. This is cool. I've not done this before. 2 orbs. Total. Oh, hey, look at there. I found one. Now, do I need 2 orbs or just 1? None left. Alright, you gotta remember, this is... Now I need another one. Okay. 2. I'll tell you what, this is a little bit better than just doing straight up farming. That one's ancient relic, it looks like. Okay. Alright, I know there's another ancient orb somewhere. Where was that? Alright, that's a casket. There'll be 10 of those items. There's a guardian total. Alright, that's on. I don't need it on. Casket. I don't need a casket. Relic totem. Yeah, it wasn't what I was looking for. Casket. I don't want a casket. You know what? Screw it. Hang on. How about we just do this? How about I just hop into Discord, which I'm into Discord now, and I share my screen, and you just hop in. That's like the easiest way. And you may find what you want in the codex. Okay. Fuel reserves 50%. Oh no. I'll be fine. You know what? I have a guardian. I have one of the deals. I know for that one I need an sphere, but the other one I've got.
I didn't want to come on.
Oh, that's a lot better than telephone. So what was it? It was the middle one here, the one that required the. Why was that picked up? Because I know I found it. Guardian Relic. Okay. So, let me guess. I just plug it and scan it
You
again.
don't have to drop them all, you gotta just scan it. Unless you've already scanned it before and then it won't work.
Oh, well, you could have told me that.
I'm sorry. Hey, you got any storage in your ship?
Yeah.
Just put what you got here, continue on, and just collect the different ones until you get like 2 of this one. I usually, when I collected, got 2 of each. And then that way you got them. And then you could get them out. But I got tired of it because, yeah, just...
Repetitiveness.
You take a mission from Ramtah to go around and collect all this shit from the obelisk and get... When I did it, they paid you 200 million, but now I think it's just 50 million.
A mission from Ramtah? I didn't know you could take missions from Ramtah.
It's a Guardian mission.
Huh.
Well, I say that, back in the day you could. I don't know if they still offer it or not.
Well, it was like back in the day. I mean, you still had Thargoid defense missions you could do too, but that's...
Well, this is back when I first started, like in 2018, 19, whenever it was. You don't have to board, you can transfer.
Too late.
Okay.
It's not like
Well, it will
it's.
fix. If you load up and come down, it'll fix your hull and I think reload you, but it won't refuel you.
No, I have to sim fuel for that.
Yep. Yeah.
Which, it's whatever.
Whatever.
Anyways, why don't you just go ahead and tell me a little bit about the Guardian stuff, what this does? I mean, I already
Tells the story.
because I already know pretty much the lore of it.
Well, look at your codex and look for the Guardian thing. I think it tells you in there about some of it.
Oops, hang on, I fucked up.
Why?
Because I got out on foot.
Oh, well, that happens. That happens. You're gonna do it again. When you get out, look at your codex. I'm not gonna stay on very long. It's already 11 o'clock. Don't you have work to do tomorrow?
I do. I said that. Like I already told Chad. I'm.
Who?
Well, it's like I already told Chad. It's like I'm doing
Okay.
one last run, and I'm gonna call it a night. And then you started telling me some interesting things about. Oh yeah, no,
Well,
you
go
scan
look
these.
at your codex. Go to
Knowledge base.
handbooks. Well, knowledge, yeah, knowledge will work. Find guardians.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see. That's the early history to technology. Go down to technology. I mean, it has, oh, that you could go. Hey, go up there to introduction. You can hit play, and it'll play it to you while you work.
Yeah.
See, go to.
The Guardians. Introduction. The Guardians were a non-human race that occupied a large area of space several million years ago. At its height, the Guardian civilization was technologically superior to human civilization of the 33rd century, and occupied an area of roughly equivalent size. The Guardians endured as a spacefaring civilization for at least 8,000 years, before being destabilized by a lengthy civil war. The surviving Guardians were then destroyed by artificially intelligent machines of their own creation. The galaxy contains the ruins of dozens of Guardian settlements, and data logs recovered from these sites have allowed humanity to compile a remarkably detailed picture of Guardian society.
Oh, hang on.
Lower
Yeah,
your cargo.
Yep, I got it.
Did it quit playing? Or?
I gotta hit next. So, how Bented have those boats been? I don't know what you mean, Barry. I wish that this thing would allow you just to... Oh, add to playlist. Okay. I've got that one. And if I do that, it should, if I remember right, it should just play all of them.
The Guardians. Technological era. Although the Guardian Society was in many ways a model of social equilibrium, the Guardians were less an insidious issue: overpopulation. As their civilization grew and the amount of available land and resources dwindled, the Guardians set their sights on interplanetary colonization. By this time, the Guardians had developed a rudimentary form of space travel, but as the pressures of overpopulation became more acute, the rate of technological progress accelerated, and the Guardians' imperfect starships were soon supplanted by fast, powerful spacefaring vessels. In the centuries that followed, the Guardian civilization expanded rapidly, coming to occupy a region equal to that inhabited by present-day humanity. The Guardian's next major development was the creation of an interstellar communications system known as the Monolith Network. In addition to functioning as a comprehensive cultural archive, the network allowed those connected to it to freely and instantaneously share knowledge and ideas. The connection to the network relied on the use of neural implants, and some of the Guardians were uneasy about this fusion of biological and non-biological. The Guardians. War with the Thargoids. Tens of thousands of years earlier, when the Guardians were still a non-spacefaring race, a group of Thargoids entered what would later become Guardian space, looking for new systems to colonize. In addition to earmarking several systems containing ammonia worlds, they prepared a number of planets for occupation by seeding them with barnacles. These genetically modified constructs were designed to extract resources from a planet and transform them into Thargoids. For the Thargoids, seeding a planet with barnacles was an important step in preparing an area for occupation. The Thargoids did not return to these systems for thousands of years, and when they did, they discovered that a new race had occupied them, the Guardians. The Thargoids promptly attacked, due to their innate territorialism. The Guardians responded with a partial retreat, but they also started trying to find ways to communicate with the Thargoids, hoping to determine the cause of their aggression.
Okay, if I remember right, one should appear.
They succeeded in acquiring sufficient understanding of the Thargoids' language to determine the invaders' agenda, but they were unable to convince the Thargoids they bore them no ill will, and the Thargoids were unshakable in their belief that they must repel any race that posed a potential threat. The Guardians were left with no choice but to defend themselves militarily. At first,
You're shooting your ship.
He'll survive.
Target destroyed.
Although that would be an expensive oopsie.
I don't know. You bought it for Ark, so it shouldn't be that much. You quit playing on your Guardian shit again.
It stopped whenever I got that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll
go get your blueprint.
I'll play it once I get this done. I just gotta put the.
Go get your blueprint.
Yeah, and I finally got a keybind for the jettison too, so it's like
cool.
I remember back when I wasn't playing this game a couple years ago. I remember watching you do a couple runs on this. I don't remember which one you were doing.
Probably modules. Or it could have been weapons.
No, it was a site like this. It wasn't like the module site.
Well, it could have been weapons.
Target destroyed.
Get the other one right there that's looking at you.
exactly.
Target destroyed.
Gotcha, you son of a bitch.
Watch your language. I don't want my grandson growing up to cuss like a sailor.
He's asleep. Oh wow, I'm almost done with the Sentinel weapons. Or is the Sentinel weapons... No, because if it's 200, it's only 200. If it's...
It's grade 4.
So it's 200.
If it's 250, it's grade 5. If it's 150, it's a grade 3. If it's 100, it's a grade 2 or 1. It may only have 4. I don't know.
What?
We got good components. But they're also used for other things besides weapons, like reloads for, you know, premium ammo or the shit.
But that's for like Guardian weapons.
Yeah. Which I need to come out and do some more stuff. To load up on some, but it's, you know.
I might as well load up some of these relics and stuff.
Yeah.
They're good to have anyways.
You sell them for credits, or you just keep them to do this kind of shit with.
Oh, you never know. There might be another CG. You never know. The oh fuck.
Yeah.
What's the name? What's the name of that goddamn that weapon?
Proteus.
Proteus wave.
You never know when Salvation's gonna make another appearance.
Salvation or somebody wanting to be Salvation.
The Witcher.
The Witcher, yeah. August and Dark. Well, it's not Dark Roll, is it?
Mm-mm. But I'm gonna get out of here and let you have your fun.
Okay.
You have a wonderful evening.
Alright, well, thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I talked to, one of my buddies, Bull.
Bull?
Yeah, I talked to him last night, and he's got nothing to do. So, he's going to be revamping his account, and I told him once he gets that done, I'll make my own private group, and we can play in that one. I told him I primarily like play with you and Cam and a couple other people, but it's like I want to, cause he's not very far in the game. He's only got one ship still, and basically they just did like combat and some other stuff like that. So it's like you get on the game, and I'll help you out getting reestablished and, you know, getting enough credits to get a good ship to get a good foothold. And then once you get up and you start getting better at the game, I said, I was like, I'll see about if I can get you in another group, but if not, we still got mine. But it just depends on how much he wants to play the game.
Yeah, because, you know, it's... Well, here lately it's been blahs because everybody's wore out and doing the same damn thing, but...
Well, that's why I'm doing this. It's like...
Well, you need to collect it. I'm full of it, except for maybe 4 or 5 items here and 4 or 5 items there, and then I'm back full again. But, you know, it's like... It's kind of like the couple that we had come and play with us. You know, you'd be going to a planet, and they'd be sightseeing, looking at other planets, and it's like, where y'all at? We're waiting on you.
Well, yeah, it's like I know that with you guys.
Well,
stay
it's
on
like we
stay on the
told you.
objective.
Sometimes timing is everything.
Oh yeah, like going down. Well, oh fuck, what we did on Saturday.
Yeah, running old Aries mine. You know, if we have to stand there at the door and waste our energy waiting for somebody to get there to cut the door open, well, we could have
It's
went
not
around
worth
and
it.
shot a damn guard.
Yeah. Yep, I know. It's all about coordination, teamwork for most stuff in the game.
Right.
It really makes me think what they're gonna do with
I don't want to know.
well,
Operations?
yeah, operations.
I don't want to know, because
It's
if you
gonna
throw
be
a
a
damn
headache.
grenade, it's not gonna stop till it hits something. Okay, well you're not gonna be able to unless you aim it at one of them's chest and hit him by accident, or it hits something by them that's close. But then again, you've got on mega ships is different than on the planets where we can jump around inside those bases. We're not going to be able to probably jump around inside those mega ships because you have magnetic boots on.
Yeah, it's not like you could turn them off either.
Well, not yet. We may get a new suit. Who knows? Or maybe we get boots. Who knows?
You know, I think that would be cool, getting like a space combat suit.
But then if then you're going to have to learn to use them, because when you turn them off, you're going to the ceiling.
I can't remember who it was. They were messing around for glitch. I think it's Rain Man, but they were messing around for glitching game. There's some stations that have a close orbit to a planet, and you can do some sort of a glitch and get out of the station and get on the planet and float around in space. And they were
just
doing
like me when I was riding as a passenger with another commander, and he jumped in this system and it threw me out of the ship. And so he had two or three more jumps to get to the station, and I was still with him, but I was outside of the ship. So it's kind of like, okay.
you're literally
And then when he
riding
got into
tailgate.
And then when he got into the station, I was inside of the station looking around going, oh yeah, this is just freaking wonderful. So when I logged back in, it had me back where we first began. It's like, oh, that didn't work. So yeah.
What do you think about the new Gal News article?
About the bounty hunting?
Well, it's about the bounty hunting. You think that's gonna be another CG, or that's gonna be the CG is bounty hunting or
Well,
something?
we've had them before, yes.
Well, I know. Well, usually the only ones I've seen or played in is they were like add-on missions, like for the when the Caspians came out. No, not the Caspians. When the Panther Clippers came out.
Yeah, I understand, but sometimes they have standalone combat missions, CGs.
Yeah.
And you go into Hazres, or you go into a combat zone, kind of like what we did, where you have to take out the Alpha, the Beta, the Gamma, the Delta, Spec Ops, and you have the news correspondents. And if you look at it every once in a while, you'll find one on ground that you can participate on that counts. But you have to really hunt for them.
Cool. Well, I wasn't really talking about the prospects of a new CG. I was talking about the...
Well, that's what it sounds like it's headed to.
I was talking about the second part of that whole deal. Because I've seen people... I've seen somebody talk about it. About there's something odd with the Radicordia system, the HIP system. And a lot of people are thinking it's
when they get within 80 meters, the stars jump.
Well, the time... So, somebody went in game in the files and looked. And it resets the time clock in game to when the Radicordia thing first came out. So it resets it back to like October. And it's the exact same time of when Distant Worlds 3 got announced. It's like something with the time markers some people are looking at. And that also correlates to the system and the planets like jumping around. That also explains what we were seeing, because what was it? I remember we ran into this every time when we go to land on the planet. It's like it was dark, and then all of a sudden it became daytime.
Yeah.
But
that's just a glitch in their.
Yeah,
in their,
I think that's a glitch, because I think you're right. I think you're right to begin with. That they specially engineered the system after the fact. It was set up because we all got the map data. And it showed the
screwed around and upset their apple cart, and so they said, okay, watch your shit.
And then they changed some stuff, and they broke the game a little.
I don't know. It's just, I've seen where your stars, when you come in, your stars they'll bounce or they'll sway and stuff like that, or the planet will move underneath you as you're going down for a landing, and it's just a glitch in how the textures and the shit materializes in front of you. It depends on how fast your computer's running and stuff. It's kind of like a lag, but then a glitch where it jumps, or the rubber banding. That's the way it happens.
Alright, well, I didn't know what you thought about that, because I know there's some people speculating. It's like, oh no,
conspiracy hats. They got their tinfoil hats on, and they got too close to the outlet, and it short-circuited across there and fried their brain. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen somebody say, it's the doorway everyone's been looking for Raxla. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, there's many things. I mean, it's like when the Thargoids jump out, they go into a different dimension than what we're in, and everybody and their dog tried to follow a Thargoid through their wormhole, and we can't do it.
Well, that seems like it's about the same vein of trying to follow a carrier through its frame shield.
You can follow other commanders if you got the same jump range. You can ride on another commander's tail. If that commander in front of you has same or less jump range than you can team lock onto him, and when he jumps, you'll jump. That's the reason why these people can get those system jumps. You know how they go and they all jump to the next system. That's how they do that. They find one guy that has a less jump range than everybody, and everybody tags onto him. So when he jumps, they go two.
So it's like the nav lock deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, whenever you jump into a system and you nav lock, you jump into a instance and you nav locked into them, and you try to jump out and you still nav locked, it'll just pull you right back in. Or
out, one of the two, whichever way. But it's like you have to have a bunch of commanders that knows how to do the sync jump, because whoever's leading with the less jump range has to slow his throttle down to where everybody could stay within 1,000 light seconds of him, and or less than 1,000 light seconds of him, and then time it just right. Usually about 500 is good, and that way when they jump, you get the instant jump with them, and then you come out at the next system at the same time. I mean, I did that with dipshit on the way back from where we put his carrier out there. Is we, he had the lowest jump range, or no, yellow did. So we follow yellow. We put a list of systems that we're going to, and yellow would jump, and we just ride yellow to the next system. That way we'd all three to get there, and that way when we scanned the system and all three of us in there doing the FSS, it was counting for all three of us. And if we had a 50 planet, let's say we had a 60 planet, we divided that with 3 people. It didn't take us no time, a minute to get it done, and then we could either, scan them or go on to the next system.
I didn't know you could do that. Why didn't we try?
Yeah.
Why didn't we do that when we were doing the damn exploration one?
What exploration one?
Whenever the HIP system became relevant. Remember, they cordoned off the entire system and they wanted us to scan systems for like rocky and metallic bodies.
Oh, well, we could have, but everybody wanted to go a different direction, or everybody was doing it when somebody else wasn't on, and it's like, you have to be, I'm going to be on at 4:30 in this system and jump in there and start doing it, and then pick a leader to lead the way, and then, it has to be everybody wanting to do it.
Okay, well, I didn't know we could do that.
Oh yeah, you can share. It's like bios on the planet. All 3 of us, if we found a good one, all 3 of us could go down here and scan the same plants. So if you found it, we could all, rendezvous with you and scan the ones you got. Not, the plants you got, and everybody, it counts for everybody. So you can have a teammate go out there and you can say, okay, you got this one, you scan it, and then you go find 2 and 3 samples, and when you do it, you just swap.
Well, we've
kind
done
of did that one time.
Yeah, we kind of when we went out to the crystalline shards, and on the way back, we were, you went for one, I went for one, and
Yeah,
then
you can
swapped.
swap. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
can do it faster by myself, so I just,
Oh well, thanks.
No, I tell Cam this. Cam just wanders around, so.
Cam just wanders around. Nah, don't say that about the old man.
But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay. Later.
I'll talk to you later.
That was Lyndeb, everyone. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to. My stream's lagging a little bit. Hang on. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to more of this stuff.
Deployed soldiers.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna listen a little bit more of this. We all can learn the history of the Guardians a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab me something to drink while this is doing that. And then when I get back, I'll talk a little bit more while this is going on. And then I'll set up for the stream to jump over to Kendra's if she's still streaming. And then we can all go bug and pester Kendra. And Claire Knox, hello. Welcome. I'm sorry I didn't say anything beforehand. I was letting Lyndeb talk. It's always fun talking to her. Even though I've talked to her all my life, but it is what it is. But, yeah, let's go ahead and listen to this. I'll get me a drink. We'll talk a little bit and get stuff set up to raid into someone else.
They quickly realized that drones and other mechanized defenses would be more effective against such a physically formidable enemy. Within a relatively short period of time, the Guardians' war machines became highly sophisticated, able to recognize Thargoid engineering and to operate entirely independently. Similarly, the Thargoids' biomechanical technology was engineered to identify anything of Guardian origin. To this day, many millions of years after the Guardians disappeared, Guardian artifacts are still able to recognize Thargoid technology. And Thargoid technology still reacts negatively to the presence of Guardian artifacts. The Guardians' war machines felt no fear, fatigue, or uncertainty. The Thargoids, meanwhile, had entered Guardian space unprepared for a protracted military campaign, and ultimately they were forced to retreat. For the Guardians, this was cause for celebration, but many still harbored doubts about the rapid rate of technological progress, doubts that the development of sophisticated military hardware had done nothing to alleviate. The Guardians, Final Era. For decades, the Guardians had been experimenting with artificial intelligence, but the creation of the Monolith Network and the knowledge sharing it facilitated dramatically accelerated the rate of progress. Soon, the Guardians' experiments bore fruit, resulting in the first fully sentient machines. These constructs were seen as a means to further enhance the
Let's see. I've set money aside for pizza party if Jim does a stream on Bent. Oh man, I'm gonna be hoping for that one. I hope he does. That'd be well, you've seen my Twitter. You pretty much know what I've said on the whole deal. And YouTube just lagged the fuck out. Cool. I love how not Twitter, YouTube just lagged the fuck out. There it goes. Come back now. But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun to watch. I've been hoping Jim caught sight of Bent and Noah. Unfortunately, not Noah. Who knows? Maybe he will talk about it because it's all on Kiwi forums right now, so it's very possible. I'm getting the high quality tequila for some margaritas. I have a feeling it's coming. Well, I've been tagging Jim on Twitter. I know he has paid attention to some of my stuff at times. I know for a fact Kush has been talking about this on Twitter. I know Jim's been following her on it. So I feel like it's gonna come, but it's not going to be. I think it's gotta be like an overall encapsulation of like multiple things. It's gotta be talked about, but there's gotta be I think a lot more things on top of it. Also, it also kind of depends on what kind of degeneracies he's been doing too, because I mean, looking through a lot of the shit that's came up on Bent, it is like a smorgasbord of everything, everything Tumblr related that Jim has covered. It's like Bent is just a smorgasbord encapsulation of everything that Jim's mocked on Tumblr for in his Tumblrism still. So, yeah, did Kush and Jim have a stream together at one point? Yes, and they did talk about Bent, and they did talk about Noah a little bit on that stream. Yeah, but yeah, they had a stream, which Jim pissed off a lot of people because oh my god, he's streaming over Kush. Oh my god. I remember XYZ Zone had a real fucking issue. He was like a dedicated clip of Jim. It was like, oh, I protest. I won't do this. It's like, you know for a fact he likes VTubers. He's liked VTubers for a while. He likes anime. He's a weeb. I don't get what his issue was, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's like lost my train of thought there. But yeah, they have talked about Bent a little bit, but it's like the overall harassment that Kush was getting. And don't get me wrong, oh no, Anime Fox Lady, Jim is one of us. One of us. Well, it's like let me go ahead and bring this up real quick, and let me swap over this It's like, let me go ahead and make myself a little bit bigger. You can see a little bit of my my bling blam. If you can see on my my chest there, on the left hand side of it, you can see I've got the 4 out of 5 stars on it. And I also got the little gem pudding on my head too. If that tells you anything about me. But, yeah, it'll be a fun stream. And I have a feeling it's going to be on a Saturday. So, knowing Jim and the way he's been, it'll probably be a Saturday stream. It'll probably be around 7 p.m. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If I have to be a betting person. Yeah, a lot of that shit's came out, man. It's real fucking wild. And it's like, and come to find out, is the Kenny connection too? Jesus Christ, it's like, I don't get it. And tinfoil hat on, tinfoil hat on, conspiracy a little bit. What I don't like and what I don't get is, let's look at it like this. It's like, I've been a fan of Jim since his internet aristocrat days. Yeah. Well, I've known Jim since he was back at Jim at 81 Jim. That ages me right there. I was on the old medical forums back when there was Haberman running it. So yeah, that predates and ages me right there. I mean, I was in my early 20s, late teens back in that day. So that was 2008 to 2011. I don't remember what year off the top of my head, but yeah. I said, I'm an old fuck. I've been around. I got one cigarette left. Up it. But, yeah, let's go back to what I was talking about, Kenny. It's like, yeah, it's like, it's so freaking wild that Kenny was, you're 30, so shrug. I'm old enough that I could go young pup. Really, not really, but I'm up around my 40s. But yeah, it's like Kenny. So, get this. Kenny is the editor for Pippa. Now, I'm pretty sure Kenny's position, and here's one I cut Pippa some slack. I'm pretty sure Kenny's position was designated by Face Connect, because I'm pretty sure stuff with Pippa regarding like her IP and her channel has to go through Face Connect, if I remember right. So that editor is probably having to go through Face Connect for Pippa. Kenny is probably getting fired by Pippa and Tomo. I don't think Pippa and Tomo has a say in that. Honestly. I don't think they have a absolute say in that. They might be able to say they don't want it, but I doubt they're gonna have a say in it. I think that's a Face Connect deal. And this is why I'm cutting Pippa some slack in this one. Because she is beholden to her company. And her company sets the guidelines and grounds for doing stuff. One of the reasons why I don't like VTuber companies, by the way. But, other people like Rima. Oh, Rima. Lion Horse Lady. Toma Uma, since she's independent. Maybe, yes. Yes, probably. You're right on that one. Pippa, on the other hand, no. But, Rima... there we go. I've got two different chats pulled up, and one's going a little bit slower than the other one, so I'll go on the one that's faster. Pepper's just doing jobs well, and we saw Face Connect bend the knee. Oh, they did more than fucking bend the knee. Jesus Christ. That was just a disaster. But, Rima, on the other hand, I can't say too much about the Mythic deal. Because that whole Mythic thing is shrouded in shadows. And I don't trust it worth a damn. And I do think that they pick and choose their targets. Again, like I said, Rima never said a damn thing about Tettone until Mythic came out and said it was okay to go at Tettone whenever they exonate him from the company. Then Rima was right all over it. But it was nothing but, you know, rainbows and sugar plums when it came to Lily and anyone else, you know, making news coverage on Sunday. So you can tell that his view was very slanted, very on the side. But here's where the crazy thing happens. Okay, we know what Ben's take was on it. Cinder's trash, Cinder, bad Cinder, whatever. And Kenny had the same take. Bad Cinder. Rima had the same take. Bad Cinder. Rima had that video made and edited, and she blamed a lot of it on the editor, how long it took, and all the stuff. It was a really piss poor fucking edited video, too. I'm pretty sure Kenny is the one that edited that video. But let's look at another one, too. When it comes to Kush. We know Ben's been hell-bent on Kush. We know Kenny's opinion on Kush is really piss poor also. And when it came down to covering the Kush stuff, Rima gave positive coverage towards kind of the people going at her. He's like, oh yeah, this is bad. But was very smugged in her coverage and reading Anna Verlin's article. And the only reason why that didn't go the other direction is because Anna Verlin was being a fucking absolute retard in Rima's chat. So, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of connections that go a lot deeper, but it's just real interesting to see that fucking connection. And it's actually real interesting seeing Kush pick up on it too, Grix and a couple other people. Which, fine by me, I don't like Rima. Because, well, obvious reasons, because she lies about shit. But it's just the opening. The real deluge hasn't come yet. It's gonna get real interesting before too long. So it's gonna be real fun to see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and play this some more.
Technological mastery, and were integrated into various aspects of their society. New neural implants were developed that connected the Guardians with both the constructs and the monolith network in a symbiotic circle. But not everyone was happy with this development. The Guardians had always venerated nature, and many saw this new paradigm as a perversion of the natural
Rima ran
order.
after Mizu
A
through me.
schism emerged between the nature-worshipping traditionalists
That's what I don't
and
like
the
about it.
technologically minded progressives. A schism that widened with alarming speed. Efforts were made to diffuse the rising tension, but the tradition...
So, Rima went after Mizu through me. Because Rima brought me up several times within her little hit piece video and attributed things that I said to Mizu. Which also, surprise, surprise, is the same bullshit tactic that the Dawn and Saturn and all the fucking VTORs and stuff, that's the same tactic that they use to try to go after people. Use what other people say and use it against them. Hell, that's what Loki's been trying to do to me on Twitter. Just all sorts of ad hominem bullshit. And I fucking hate it. But it's like, I really hate these fucking retards that try to do this shit. Because it's like, look, guys, I know you want to attribute my words to Mizu, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's like, me and Mizu do not get along. Okay? He did not like me, I do not like him. We're cordial with one another. We tolerate one another on streams whenever it's like on Akko's channel or someone else's channel. But we do not get along and we do not see eye to eye on stuff. We have completely varying different opinions on stuff. There's a lot of things that we do agree on. But fundamentally on a lot of stuff we disagree on. And it irked me whenever Rima was using my words to go at Mizu, and it's like, you bitch. You absolute dumb bitch. It's like, do you not know anything? And the answer is no. No, she doesn't know anything.
Journalists felt irrevocably alienated by the rapid rate of change. The constructs and the monolith network became scapegoats for all manner of social ills, and the traditionalists began to clamour for a return to simpler times. Ultimately, the ideological divergence proved insurmountable, and a second civil war erupted, quickly engulfing most of the Guardian star systems. In its early stages, the war was fought primarily by soldiers, but within a decade, and after significant loss of life, most of the fighting...
Can you guys hear this just fine? I don't know.
Progressives fought their enemies with automated war machines, while the traditionalists relied mostly on biological weapons. The internecine conflict raged for over 100 years, bringing the Guardian civilization to its knees and retarding further social development. The increasingly zealous traditionalists devoted most of their resources to honoring the dead, exacerbating the problem. As the Guardian society declined, most withdrew into fortified settlements. Meanwhile, the artificially intelligent constructs were horrified by the destruction unfolding around them. Extrapolating from the current situation, they determined that even if peace was restored, the Guardians would never be able to transcend their violent natures. They decided that the only way to preclude further violence, while giving the construct's burgeoning society the best possible chance of survival, was to destroy what remained of the Guardian civilization. By this time, the constructs had been given complete control of the Guardians' munitions and automated war machines. Their attack, when it came, was swift and merciless. The strikes were executed with a precision that only a machine race could accomplish. The Guardians were utterly destroyed. The Guardians. Physiology. The Guardians were a bipedal race, and the typical Guardian was taller and more slender than the average human. They had small round eyes, a vestigial nose, and 4 digits on each hand. Their vision was superior to that of humans, while their sense of smell was poorer. Their senses of hearing and touch were roughly equivalent to our own. The Guardians had pinkish-red skin, but there was some variation among ethnic groups, with tones ranging from pale pink to deep crimson. They also had serrated bony ridges on the outside of their forearms, which were used as weapons during their early history, when they were still semi-primitive pack hunters. The Guardians' environmental needs were broadly similar to those of humans. Their homeworld was warmer and had lower gravity than most Earth-like worlds. And when they began to colonize other planets, they typically favored ones that shared these qualities. The Guardians had two sexes and reproduced viviparously. Procreation was a matter of personal.
I bet there's some shitlibs that fucking play this game that heard this and went absolutely fucking batshit insane. I'm just saying.
Choice, but each individual was obligated to be a parent at least once in their life to ensure the continuation of their genetic line. The average gestation period was around 300 days, and infants were effectively helpless for a period after birth. Much like human young, infants were raised in communal crashes rather than by their parents, in keeping with the collaborative philosophies that underpinned Guardian society. The Guardians. Society. The Guardians' social constructs were the key not only to their rapid development, but also to the stability that defined the halcyon days of their civilization. Although the Guardians had a natural tendency towards collaboration, it was not until the end of the First Civil War that this tendency had a measurable impact on their society. The social reorganization that followed the war included the creation of statutes that defined not only individuals' rights, but also their responsibilities to each other. As the Guardian society developed, further laws were passed that required individuals to participate in socially progressive activities, from caring for the young to conducting scientific research. These responsibilities were supported by the state, which made education and information freely available to all. For most of their history, the Guardians had no formal faith, but the creation of the Monolith Network precipitated the emergence of a nature religion that decried the veneration of technology. Although this religion had its roots in the Guardians' long-standing reverence for the natural world, it quickly became a radical movement, violently opposed to the use of neural implants and other advanced technologies. Ultimately, however, this new religion was to endure for only a short period, its existence cut short by the destruction of the Guardian society. The Guardians. Technology. The Guardians' pre-industrial history was in many ways similar to that of the human race, with the development of tools and agriculture proving central to their development. But one respect in which they differed was in their understanding of biological engineering. The practice of selective breeding in order to eliminate or promote certain genetic traits began before the First Civil War, and as the Guardian society progressed, their skill as genetic engineers developed in step. After the war, the Guardians developed the ability to enhance their immune systems to guard against infection, and engineered specific microorganisms to eliminate biological threats. Genetic manipulation also played a part in prenatal care, which involved the removal of hereditary diseases and other undesirable conditions prior to birth. The Guardians were an ecologically conscientious people who assiduously avoided the use of rockets and fossil fuels. Their first spacecraft lacked any form of internal propulsion and were fired into space with electromagnetic launchers. Pilots and passengers were cocooned inside bubbles of breathable gel, which protected them from G-forces of launch and doubled as hibernation pods during long journeys. When it came to warfare, the Guardians relied initially on the blade-like protrusions on their forearms, and later on simple weapons like spears and bows. As they entered the technological era, they developed electromagnetic projectile weapons, utilizing the same technology they used to launch their first spacecraft. They also developed extremely
That's cool.
effective shields, capable of protecting entire cities, and even of withstanding orbital bombardment. At that time, however, large-scale conflict was virtually unheard of, and it was not until the conflict with the Thargoids that further military innovations were made. The Guardian's Second Civil War was fought principally with bespoke biological weapons employed by the traditionalists and automated war machines used by the progressives. The shields that protected the Guardian cities were unable to resist these new weapons, forcing many of the Guardians to withdraw into heavily fortified settlements. But the Guardians' most significant technological achievements were unarguably the creation of the monolith network and the development of artificial intelligence. The use of neural implants to connect the Guardians with their creations could have ushered in a whole new era of scientific and technological discovery. But unfortunately, these innovations were to lead only to the Guardians' destruction. The Guardians. Language. The Guardians shared a single language, with only minor regional variations. And even after they colonized other planets, they continued to share a common tongue. The Guardians had three primary forms of communication: a spoken language, a gestural language, and a written language. Their spoken language emerged first, followed by a gestural language that allowed them to communicate silently while hunting. This sign language formed the basis of their written language. Consequently, while their written and gestural languages correlated closely, their spoken language was largely distinct. The Guardian's spoken language was used principally to communicate emotional concepts and played a central role in social bonding, while their written language was used mainly to communicate formal and practical ideas. Significantly, their written language was logographic, meaning the words and phrases were represented by single characters. The Guardians. Human-Guardian contact. In 3301, the federal presidential vessel, Starship One, suffered catastrophic drive failure during a tour of Frontier systems, resulting in the ship's destruction. Jasmina Halsey, at that time the federal president, was left drifting in an escape pod, unconscious. During this period of stasis, Halsey believed she was visited by transdimensional beings of extraordinary intelligence and compassion. Later, when she was rescued and revived, she was left with the conviction that this experience had been real and not merely a hallucination. Halsey proceeded to experience visions of mysterious alien worlds and cities, dense metropolises full of activity and life. She shared these visions with the rest of humanity, prompting explorers to set off in search of these undiscovered planets. This led to the discovery of the first Guardian ruins in the Sinuev XRH D11102 system. The fact that these sites were devoid of life led to speculation that Halsey had seen the Guardian worlds not as they are, but as they had been. In the months that followed, several further sites were found. The engineer Ramtar started researching the Guardians, and eventually succeeded in developing a decryption algorithm that could decode Guardian data, leading to a much deeper understanding of their lost civilization. Since then, other engineers have leveraged Ramtar's discoveries to develop Guardian human technology.
Which is interesting.
The
Because-
Guardians. Early history. The Guardian Society originally consisted of groups of pack hunters who
hang on.
banded together for mutual protection before...
Okay. Which is actually real interesting. Because this says that the first Guardian ruins were found in 3301. So the store date in this one is 3312. So the Guardians became a thing 11 years ago in game. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was a lot long. I thought they discovered it like a lot longer ago. That's cool. I need to go through and listen to a lot more of these during gameplay. Like, because there's so much lore within this game that's fascinating, and I've only like discovered or just scratched the surface of some of it, not all of it, just some of it. Okay, well, that's pretty much all for tonight. I thank everyone who came out. I do want to remind people, because I know a majority of you came from Ava's channel, If you want to see more stuff like this, like one of the primary games I only play is like Elite Dangerous, and I'm gonna get into stream it more. Right now, my scheduled days to possibly play it is Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes during the weekday here. I'm working on a schedule. I don't know what I want to do just yet with it, but I am going to be doing this a lot more dedicated in the future. If you're interested and liked what you've seen today, I implore you, please subscribe, like, and we'll see what we can do in the future going forward. Now, unfortunately, Kendra is no longer streaming. However, somebody I know is still streaming. You miss. Oh my god, we wasn't really. I mean, you can go back and re-listen. I'm sorry, Barry. I'm kind of not gonna rehash it again. But we did miss Kendra streaming, unfortunately. However, Great Sarasama is streaming right now. Lily's day off, Lily's night off. I don't know what game she's playing. But I'm gonna throw you guys over onto her. So, I know Sarah could be a little bit of a shit show sometime online. I know she has talked a little bit about a lot of the drama event and stuff like that before in the past on Twitter. But I'm going to implore you to not bring this up in her stream. Be respectful. Keep it on to the topic that she's on right now, which is a video game. So with that, have a good night, and see you on the next one.